Your backlog is not a roadmap, it's a dumpster ground. Requests arrive through Slack, driven by conversations, vague tickets, urgent emails. Everything feels critical, nothing gets finished. Your team stays busy, but the work does not move forward. This is not a team problem. This is a symptom of a system problem. Today, I'm walking through a simple intake fix that shrinks your backlog and reduces chaos. It takes 3 lanes, one weekly meeting, and a single rule. Let's break it down. Most teams do not have a front door for work. Requests come from all directions. There's no filter, no prioritization, no shared understanding of what is ready. This creates 3 breakdowns across the 3E framework. Audience experiences suffer because bugs linger. Issues that block users sit at the backlog for weeks. Trust erodes. Creator experience suffers because content team and stakeholders escalate directly to developers. They bypass the system because the system does not work. This creates friction and slows publishing. Developer experience suffers the most. Developers spend their day context switching between unplanned fixes and half-defined features. They cannot reach deep focus. Quality drops, velocity stalls. The cost is measurable. Research shows that it takes over 20 minutes to regain focus after a single interruption. 20 minutes. When developers are interrupted 5 times a day, that means they lose hours of productive work. A messy intake process does not just slow teams down, it burns them out. This happens because most teams treat every request the same. There's no distinction between a critical bug and a nice-to-have features. There's no shared language for urgency, no agreement on what makes work ready to start. Without clear lanes, everything defaults to urgent. Without a triage rhythm, the backlog grows faster than the team can handle. Without a rule like no ticket, no work, stakeholders bypass the process entirely. The system becomes reactive instead of intentional. The fix is a 3-lane intake system with a 15-minute weekly triage meeting. Think of it like a hospital emergency room. Not every patient needs immediate surgery. Some need urgent care, some need a checkup. Your backlog works the same way. Lane 1 is a critical and urgent. This lane is for true emergencies, site down events, security vulnerabilities, bugs that prevents user from completing the checkout. Bar must be high. Less than 10% of your work should land here. Ask one question. Is the business losing money right now? If yes, it goes in this lane. Lane 2, high value and planned. This lane is for strategic work, features that drive revenue, projects that align with your roadmap. Only the highest priority items get scheduled, everything else waits. This is how you move the business forward without getting derailed by noises. Lane 3, routine maintenance. This lane handles smaller fixes, UI improvements, technical debt, quality of life updates. Dedicate 15% of your capacity each week to this work. It keeps the product healthy without blocking strategic progress. The final piece of it is a 15-minute weekly triage meeting. Review every new request. Assign it to a lane. That's it. This rapid sorting process prevents your backlog from ever becoming a dumping ground again. One room makes this work. No ticket, no work. If a request does not come through an intake process, it does not get prioritized. Clear exception can exist for true emergencies, but those must be predefined in advance. You will know this system is working when you see 2 changes. 1, cycle time decreases. Work moves through the system faster because team spends less time deciding what to do next. 2, unplanned work drops. Instead of 40% of your sprint going to firefighting, it drops to 10% or less. Your team gains predictability, stakeholders gain clarity, customers see faster fixes. Once this intake stabilizes, the next challenge is stopping drive-by requests without becoming a team that always says no. That requires clear communication, strong boundaries, and a transparent view of priorities. I'll cover this in the next episode. To recap, a structured intake process is one of the simplest ways to reduce chaos and improve delivery. 3 lanes, 1 triage meeting, 1 role. It aligns audience, creator, and developer experience by creating clarity at the source. If your backlog feels unmanageable, start here. Thanks for listening. See you next time.